Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is the 25th of October. We are looking ahead to today's FanDuel slate. We have a nice five-gamer. As normal, if you guys enjoy the video, leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button as well. A lot of you guys have been subscribing recently and liking the video. Like I said, that does not go unnoticed. We appreciate it a ton. We really, really do. So, like I said, continue, like I said, subscribing, hitting that like button. And let's get it again. Last night was really really good for us. Finally, we didn't have an injury. And when we don't have injuries, things go half decent for us. So like I said, it wasn't too bad. Scored a 353.1 last night, and like I said, these are all screenshots from our subscribers. As normal, $6 for a day pass includes two lineups, $30 for a monthly, 160 for the season pass. That is FanDuel and DraftKings separately. But yeah, 353.1, and like I said, all screenshots from subscribers. Put in 25, 116. We had Harden, Holiday, Allen, Merrill, Flag, Marketing, Victor, Queen, and Mobley in this one. So not bad. Here's another one. Put a 115, 191. And also DK last night. DK Premium took down as well. I mean, not took down, won as well with a 281. We had McBride, Walker, Bay, Wiggins, Victor, Bain, Queen, and Davis. Overall, not too bad of a lineup. Expect a little bit more from Bain, to be honest with you, against Atlanta. But overall, really not too bad for both sides. And like I said, here's another screenshot as well. So if you guys want to come join us, like I said, everything will be in the comment section below of YouTube. All you need to do is click that link right there in the comment section. It will take you right to our Twitter. And once you get there, give us a follow and also message us if you guys want to get in on premium. And like I said, we can get you in on today's slate. If you do not have Twitter, no worries. We have our email as well. That will be down there as well. Message us on our email, and we will respond to you within the hour. So, also another little announcement: there's going to be no videos or no premium just for Sunday, which is tomorrow, Sunday only. Have a little bit of a date night family thing going on. So, going to take some time, take one day break and go have some, a good time with, with the girl and stuff like that. So, we're taking the day off tomorrow for Sunday. Going to go watch some hockey. So just keep that in mind for premium. Let you guys know as well. All right. So besides that, yeah, I think that's pretty good, and we'll go get into it here for today's slate. So. Like I said, we have a five gamer today. Really not looking too bad. We have a couple of teams obviously playing some back to backs. So let's go look at our first game: Chicago and Orlando. In this one, we have a 233.5 in Orlando by 6.5. So Orlando's playing a little bit quicker because these games in the past would be like a 218 to 220, maybe 222. So that's good. I like that Orlando's playing a little bit quicker. We got Josh Giddey. I think he's right where he should be. Trey Jones at 56 if he continues starting. Why not put him in there? He's a good mid-range play tonight. 5 for 8 shooting, so not the greatest usage rate, so keep that in mind. He did have 32 fantasy points, so Trey Jones, more of a cash game play for about 25 to 28 in this one, but still really don't mind Trey Jones. Like I said, Giddey is definitely in play in cash games. Another guy I don't mind is Ayu Desamnu off the bench. I did mention him last time out. He shot 6 for 14 off the bench with a 21% usage rate in 26 minutes. Just keep that in mind. So he had 26 minutes off the bench with 14 shots. So don't mind Desamnu and some GPPs. Um, Pazulis is okay, but not the greatest matchup for him. And you can go look at Vuk. I mean, I wouldn't. Last time he had a game, I said he just doesn't look the same, and he's probably a little washed up. Well, of course, he went 11 for 18 with 49. So I'm not the biggest fan of him in this matchup tonight at 81. But you can definitely go that way if you want to. Moving over to the Orlando side, starting with the center, we got Wendell Carter Jr. He's only 5,000. I think he's an all right cash game play. Went to the free throw line 11 times, so keep that one in mind. That's where he got a lot of his points at. But also that shows that he's a little bit more aggressive. Only shot 4 times overall. Well, 4 field goal attempts that were made. Obviously, he shot more than that. So don't mind looking at Wendell. I think he's priced where he should be, though. Like I said, probably cash game only for me. Moving over power forward, I think Wagner and Paulo Banchero. I mean, if you look at both these guys, like they had half decent usage rate and they scored some points, but they didn't really do anything else. But I think I will take the discount on Wagner if I had to pick. Don't mind going back to the well with Desmond Bain either, and that's probably what we're looking at in this one. So a couple from this one, maybe Trey Jones, maybe one or two Orlando guys, and then that's that from that one. OKC in Atlanta. So this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be the one that's injury news for the most part. OKC's already early on. Thank goodness they are a deep team. But if we go and, like I said, check them out real quick. We got Chet Holmgren here, a questionable with a back injury. So I wouldn't be surprised if they rested him in this one. I really wouldn't be surprised. So if Chet's out, Isaiah Hartenstein obviously is fine. If Isaiah Hartenstein gets into foul trouble, Jalen Williams is probably going to be your next man up, and he'll get run no matter what. So he's an okay play. Over here on the Atlanta side, I really like it here. We got Porzingis. Probably he's doubtful to play today with a illness, which he's been having this illness since last year. Um, so I think Okongwu's going to be your main guy. 5,900. He's going to step up, probably start. If not start, still come off the bench and still be very productive. So at 5'9", expect probably 32 to 34 from him. And if Chet's out, definitely helps even more in this one. Don't mind going back to the well with Jalen Johnson, especially if Porzingis is out. That's a couple more rebounds for him. Um, Aaron Wiggins, 5,100. Price came up, but if Chet's out, in case Williams is out again, then definitely don't mind looking at Wiggins. But like I said, we got to see what's going on with the news. Zachary Rishi is probably going to be out again in this one. So Nickeil Alexander is probably going to start and be really chalky today since he popped off yesterday. So keep an eye on that one. But yeah, Alexander Walker is definitely going to be in play. Everyone's going to have him. You can look at Dort only because he plays 40 plus minutes. So if he pops off, he could have a 30-35 fancy game. But he's been trash recently. But I like him in GPPs. And then, like I said, if Chet Holmgren is out, like I said, that's more usage rate for Shea Gilgeous, guys like Isaiah Hartenstein, Wiggins, as I mentioned. Mitchell also could come back into play. We saw how he did last time out. That depends on what's going on with Casey Wallace, but Mitchell's he's looking good, man. He's looking absolutely dynamite. 37-6 last time out against Indiana. So yeah, like I said, just need to keep an eye on Casey Wallace and Chet Holmgren and I think Caruso, right? Or is Alex Caruso out still with a concussion? Yeah, he's still out. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. OKC news, definitely a little bit of leverage over there. And then, like I said, on Atlanta, as I mentioned, Nickeil Alexander Walker and Okongwu are the two main guys, and Jalen Johnson I'm looking at. All right, Charlotte and Philly in this one. So we actually have a higher total than I thought. 237 and only a 4.5, only 4.5 spread. Okay. So I'm not sure if they see is Charlotte good? Philly just not great. I don't know. I don't mind going back to the well with Tyrese Maxey. I think he should be very productive in this one. Um, but one thing I do want to mention with Maxey is, yeah, he shot a ton. Don't get me wrong, he's looking good. But Joel Embiid only played 20 minutes and he didn't shoot a ton. So just remember, once Joel Embiid starts getting healthier, his shots are going to go back down to about 17 to 18 for Tyrese Maxey. And same thing with VJ Edgecombe. His shots will go down a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be today because I don't know how many minutes Joel Embiid's going to play, but just keep that in mind. But I think he'd probably do it another day. But once Embiid starts getting healthy, he's going to start taking 20, 23, 24 shots, and it's going to take a couple shots away from Edgecombe and Grimes and guys like that. Speaking of Grimes, Grimes is a GPP play for me, and the reason why I say that is because off the bench he played 32 minutes, only shot 3 for 8. I get that, but against Charlotte, a team that's not as good as Boston, in my opinion, I think Grimes could be worth a look in a GPP off the bench. VJ Edgecombe's all right in cash game plays, as I mentioned with Maxey, with the shots. Then, like I said, Joel Embiid at 93. Only played 23 minutes. Oh, sorry, 20 minutes. He shot 9 times in 20 minutes. So just keep in mind, he plays more, shots are gonna go up. I don't mind Dominic Barlow if he starts again. Edwards is back; he's not injured anymore, so maybe that will affect Barlow. But he looked half decent, and in the preseason, and in his first game as well. Not a high usage rate, 15%, but keep an eye on it. If they do start Edwards, Edwards could be an all right spot as well at small forward, power forward if he starts. But they might go Barlow, but keep an eye on that one. All right, Indiana and Memphis in this one. We have a 237, so this is a pretty high scoring one as well. So Ben Shepard's probably going to be your main guy to look at. Injured Nimbard's going to be out here in this one. So Shepard, everyone's going to have him 5 for 11. Can be aggressive in the 3-point, get some rebounds for you. At 46, definitely not in a bad spot. One guy I do want to mention is Javon Small. I don't know where he came from in the rotation. Out of nowhere, he had 23% usage rate, 2 for 9 shooting. Um, so I don't mind going that way in GPPs, probably more of a DK play, depending on the price over there. But keep an eye on Mr. Javon Small. Shooting guard, Benedict Mathurin, I think still too cheap at 68. And the biggest thing that I do want to mention is he got a lot of points, but he went to the free throw line 17 times. So I don't know if he's going to do that in this one, but he did shoot 19 times no matter what. So Benedict Mathurin in a very good spot as well. I don't mind going to KCP here in some tournaments. He's $4,200, guys. That's it, $4,200. And he's looking slightly different over here. Like I said, slightly different. He only played 23 minutes last night, but it was a blowout, so maybe he has a little bit of energy here tonight. Still had 23 fantasy points. At 4,200, I don't mind looking at KCP. I really don't. Same thing here. Cedric Coward's another good play. He had 27 last time out. Not the highest usage rate, but I've been talking about him a little bit. So that's definitely someone that you want to look at. I think you got to go look at Siakam again. I mean, the dude shot a ton, absolute ton, and Andrew Nimbard, the next, well, third usage guy on the team that's going to be out, but behind Siakam and Benedict Mathurin. So yeah, 25 attempts. He only had about 1 or 2 fouls last time out. That's nice as well, since the whole team fouled out. But yeah, Siakam at 9K, another guy obviously to look at here. Toppin comes into play at 5'3". Aaron Nesmith could definitely have a rebound here in this one. I think that's what we're looking at for the most part. I think Jarris Walker maybe gets some run, but he got a lot of run last time out, but there was also foul trouble on everybody, so but Jarris Walker could be okay. Phoenix and Denver to close it out here tonight. Phoenix is on a back-to-back, so we'll see if they rest anyone. I don't think they will, but it could be an absolute blowout. Phoenix defense sucks, as we saw. Um, I think one guy you got to look at is Colin Gillespie. Dude's playing massive minutes off the bench. 29 fantasy points last night with a 22% usage rate. So even in garbage time, he's going to get some run. Shooting guard position, I think Christian Brown could be worth a GPP look tonight at 5,500. Another GPP look to me is Dylan Brooks. The thing that's crazy to me is, like Maxey and guys, like Jokic are shooting 20, 23 times a game. And those guys are like, what, $9,000, $10,000, right? If you're shooting that much. $5,200 for Mr. Dylan Brooks. How much has he been shooting? Probably nothing too crazy. Holy cow, 24 and 17 for Dylan Brooks. By the way, the guy that's 30-something years old. I don't know. He's just taken, Booker's spot apparently, and becoming the new Booker. I'm joking, by the way. But yeah, Dylan Brooks, 9 for 24, 7 for 17. It's not the greatest, but $5,200 for a guy that's putting up over 15 shots a game. Yeah, sign me up. Yeah, so moving on to small forward position. Nothing really going on there. Royce O'Neal could be worth looks in GPPs as like a filler. Aaron Gordon obviously went absolute nuclear last time, so another guy you can look at. Jokic put him in there at 12K. I would rather have Shea Gilgeous on this slate, to be honest. And then we don't know what's going on with Phoenix. Mark Williams only played a couple minutes, had massive foul trouble. Ozo's not looking good. Nick Richards ain't doing anything. I don't know. It's just a mess over there for Phoenix. So let's go plug in a couple players here for you guys. Make a little skeleton lineup for you. As normal, we do have our premium, so come join us for that for our final lineups and everything like that. So yeah, I really think Shea's going to be in a good spot. You got to put him in there. Some of these other guys are obviously not bad, but that's where I'm going to go. And then you got a lot of really cheap guys on here. Ben Shepard, Mitchell. You got Trey Jones as well. So I think, like I said, it just depends on what's going on. You can definitely go back to Colin Gillespie if you want to. So many good cheap options at shooting guard they can spend up. Over here at the point guard, shooting guard, And like I said, Benedict Mathurin at 68 is looking good. I do like Josh Giddey if you want to spend up for him if you can. VJ Edgecombe, Dylan Brooks, as I mentioned, who's going to shoot, 17, 20 times. Why not put him in there? I really do not mind looking at Jalen Johnson on this slate. I think he's in a very good spot. And then, you got these cheap guys down here, Nikhil Alexander Walker, you got Wiggins, Grayson Allen. So that gives you 6,400 to still fill out a really good lineup. So tonight's looking really good again, guys. I think it's going to be some high scoring affairs out there though on the fantasy side, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, 3 for 4 so far. 3 for 4 on the season, and the one loss was we lost 21 bucks because of an injury. So but yeah, if you guys want to come join us for premium, $5, $6 for a day pass, $30 for a monthly pass, and $160 for our season pass, and that is per site. And each site you do get 2 lineups per day. So, like I said, why not come join us? It's literally less than a cup of coffee for a day pass for 2 lineups. And like I said, if you want to get in, check us out. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link right there. It will take you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow. And also, like I said, if you do not have Twitter, no worries. Message us on our email. Our email will be down there in the comment section below. Just copy our email, give us a message, and we'll get you guys all set up on premium. And like I said, we can send you emails through your Discord, through your email, through Twitter, whatever way you guys can get lineups. We will definitely get them to you. So if you don't have a Twitter, don't worry. Oh, I can't get lineups because I don't have a Twitter. No matter what, if you guys have whatever, I can send them to your text message or anything you want to get lineups. I will send it to you guys. So no worries on that one. So, all right, once again, thanks for watching. Leave a like. I appreciate it. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.